Oh, it's cold out here, and I thought this would be an interesting way to start off this part of the build because, as I said in my last video, I'm actually much further along than what the videos will show you out to be. Is a quick preview of what the car is like now, and I'm going to continue on with what has been happening with the car over the last couple of months. So, I hope you guys like it, and see you guys soon. I've been doing a lot of work on this side, getting it as ready as I can. So, most of the black paint that was sprayed over before has been stripped off. So, as you can see, sorry, I had to squeeze past the chair. That's how the car is right now. That's only on this side. I still have to do the same on this side. There's a lot of these circles that you can see that I've done. There's because I don't know what happened to the paint beforehand. This is before I even got the black over it, but there's loads of these little bits and pieces. So what I've just done is I've got one of the bits onto the Dremel. There it is. This stone thing. Sorry, it's not focusing. Focus. There we go. And then just use that, dug into them. I've done it on this side, so just dug in a little bit so it gets down inside to the actual fiberglass area, or at least past the primer. And now it should be better for when I use the filler on. So that's what I'm going to do now, is apply the filler on to all these areas, getting ready for the final sanding before it's basically fully ready for at least some primer. So yeah, let's get on with it. So everyone, this side, that's how many holes I've created. Looks like the panel's infected with something, but yeah, it was best to just get all these bits done now. I've actually decided, instead of sanding it all down so where the black paint has been removed off, I've left it all on. Just gonna filler it all up and then sand it all down in one big go, which probably will save me a lot more time, because on this side now I basically still have to go over absolutely everything. I got the side skirts out now as well, so I could look into filling them tomorrow. But yeah, so that's that at the moment. It's long. It's dark outside. It's been so many days getting this done, but fingers crossed it'll be worth it and it'll be one unique E30. Right, so that's me done with that for today. That's how it all looks now. And yeah, I think now's a good enough time for me to call it a day, because gotta wait for all the filler and everything to dry up. So back at it tomorrow. Should be fun. It's all dried up now, new day. All of that filler applied. Everyone, today has been, as you can see outside, a very late one. And it's been quite productive, I would say. It feels like everything that I'm doing takes a million times longer than it should, which is really annoying, because whenever I set myself a goal of, oh, I'm going to get this much done today, it never happens, which is really annoying. But I'll show you guys what I've gotten up to today. So let me switch the camera around. So I've filled out any of the dings that were on the doors both sides, sanded down the front arches both sides, and filled them up. Wow, it looks really the arch looks like it's like a flat piece just sliding out. It's quite cool. Just fitted on the arches. I've got some tiger seal on at the bottom to ensure that it doesn't get loose at the bottom, so hence I've got loads of jacks and the old paint tin. This was kind of how it was from before, but ended up needing to filler it up again because there was loads of little holes that were left. So the big amount of holes were filled up, small amounts weren't. So that's someone just leaving the house now. So yeah, that's how that's gotten along right now. So done a little bit more filler in up here as well, and same on this side. But the one thing I have worked on as well today is this right here. So I've used the P40, I think it was. So I had to take off the fuel cap and put on the mesh, waiting for that to dry up, so then I could do a little bit of work to that and make sure it's all done nicely. And yeah, just waiting for this side of the side skirt to also dry up. It's pretty annoying, but we're almost there. So yeah, you know, I think one thing to remember when it comes to my build is this isn't your usual build. So with the parts that I got with the car, it was all secondhand. So yes, I got it very, very cheap, but there is a lot more work going into it than it would have if I bought the car parts brand new, like the arches and everything. So there you go. There's the front one. And you know, I've seen how people do the rear arches. That's the bit that took me the longest, which looks really cleanly finished there. Yeah, so other people normally cut out the whole arch, put the new piece on. But if you guys remember, or I'll put a picture up now. So yeah, so with me, the full rear arch wasn't there, so I only had like a really broken up part of the top area. Like, as you probably can see, it was all this area was all, it was literally up to here, but all of that was near enough cracked, hence why I had to cut down through this line and stick it on that way. So I'm really happy with the finish so far. I hope it looks just as good once it's all painted or wrapped. I'm not sure which way to go about it right now, but yeah, I think another month or so I'll have this completely finished, ready. To be honest, I think I need another 3-4 days, but over the next month I'll see how those 3-4 days pan out into me applying those days. But yeah, I think it's been good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the build in the comments below. It's another day and another part of the build. And today I've actually gone and bought something very quickly. A sander. Electrical sander. I thought, you know what? It's just taking me forever to get the sanding done on the car. I think that's the longest part. So hopefully that should end up saving me some time. Because obviously I've got to prep the car for paint and everything else as well later on. And I'm going to just give it a test out. I think there's a couple of things that you could end up doing with it that a lot of people don't do. So I want to keep that hush-hush and test it before I actually do anything and show you guys. Because I want to look cool. Nah. But yeah, so got the car still jacked up from yesterday. And I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. This is the car right now. So still jacked up, and I've got these jacks holding on the side skirt. So because I've basically made the arches wider than what they would have been if it was stock, I'd say it's about 1 centimeter wider, or about 7 millimeters wider per side. So that's about 14 mil wider in total. We'll see how that actually turns out, but it does fit really nicely. So right now it's just a matter of me testing out to make sure everything is now in place on the side skirt, and then we can see what work is left going forward. So as the car is right now, that's how the side skirts look. It's been a couple of days since I've put everything on, so I'm just gonna move everything out of the way and hope that it all stays on, because then that will mean the Tiger Seal has done its job. Yep, that's my first side skirt on. Oh, that's wicked. Right, let's go to the other side. So, all the jacks are in place. First one, slightly lowered, removed. Second one. Third one. Final part. Ooh, this looks like it's slightly moved up here, but I'll be able to get that done. I need to sand all this area down again to make sure all of those little holes that were left from the first application have gone, and I gotta go over the rest of the car, all the other little bits and pieces of filler. So yeah, this is going to be an eventful day.